Hello, hi guys. Welcome to our webinar today for the UCD Global live page. My name is Lorraine Woods and I'm the UCD Global South Asia Manager. So today I'm joined by two of our current students. I would like them to just maybe introduce themselves just to start off our webinar. Maybe if you could just introduce say your name and what program you're studying and where you are at the moment. So Dijo, maybe you start.
Okay, so my name is Dijo, and I'm studying the MSc Strategic Management Accounting program. And currently, I'm living in Tala, Dublin.
Perfect, thank you. And Aditya, maybe you would introduce yourself also.
Yes. Hello, I'm Aditya and I'm from Mumbai, India. Uh, Even right now, I'm in Mumbai and I'm studying Masters in Engineering Management from the Belfield campus.
Perfect, thank you. So maybe look, I'd like to just rewind back to the start of the year when you first joined UCD, and maybe just talk a little bit about both your experiences starting out in your program, coming to Ireland, maybe what you kind of enjoyed about the start of the year. Did you join any clubs and societies? So maybe Dijo, I'll start with you. When you arrived into UCD and the Smurfit Business School, what were your first impressions at the start of the year?
Well, initially, I was really excited and nervous at the same time because I didn't know what to expect. So it was a new country, new campus. Everything was really new to me. But a thing that really helped me was the orientation week. I believe that was that was a turning point. I mean, they just went out all bang on for it. So it was, I would say, it was really good. The orientation week as well, and the professors initially also was very welcoming. They knew we were like most of my classmates were also international students, so they knew the difficulties we would be facing, like for example the practical difficulties such as accommodation, you know, getting to just have interpersonal relations with everyone, just living in a new country as well. So the professors did play a key role in that. They would have a quick chat with us, like how you're coping up with the entire situation of shifting into a new country. So I guess uh, you know the bond which we developed there helped us to shift into a new country seamlessly. So I would say my experience up till now was pretty good, very good.
Perfect. And Aditya, how did you find the start of the year and coming to Ireland and joining UCD and joining the College of Engineering and Architecture as well?
Well, my lectures were supposed to start on 9th of September, but my father said you should go a bit early. So I landed in Dublin by 16th of August, which was like 21 days, 3 weeks earlier. So I just roamed about in Dublin and came to know about new places and people. The first day that I landed in Dublin, I didn't know where my exact location was, where my accommodation was. So I just took a bus from the airport, the air coach, and then moved to Stillorgan. There's a place called Stillorgan Village. I got down there. I was so happy that I'm in Stillorgan, but I didn't know Stillorgan was huge.
Yes.
So and I didn't have an internet connection. So I just happened to ask a person like where exactly is this particular location, and the people out there are so friendly that he helped me with my baggage as well and dropped me to the nearest bus station, and then he told me you just need to go two bus stops ahead and that will be your destination.
That's
My
really
first
nice to
experience was
hear
really
because
nice.
I've heard before that people say Irish people are quite friendly, and
Yes,
I
they
think
are.
I think that's something that I'm glad to kind of hear that feedback, because it is nice when somebody arrives somewhere, even if I go somewhere and I'm a tourist in a different country, or when I travel to India when I'm meeting students and parents, it is nice to be able to ask for help and to know that people will actually help, and they want to make sure that you get to where you need to go and that you can find everything that you need to find. So that's really nice to kind of hear that you had when you arrived and you didn't know where you were, that somebody was able to help you and even help you with your bags, which is huge when you, especially when you've got a lot of bags and
Yes.
baggage. And then how did you find orientation week in the university?
The orientation week was really nice. It gave us the background of how things go throughout the year, throughout the semesters. And then there was this freshers week. So when I came into UCD, I had contacts with the previous year students, my seniors. So I had asked them what to do throughout the orientation week. They told me to join societies, and UCD has a number of societies. You might be knowing that. So they just told me, if you go to the freshers week, there's a tent out there and all the societies come in. You can choose whichever society you want. There are more than 53 societies. So I had been a member of 11 societies, which includes the Indian Society, Arabic Society, Arab Society, as they say. Then the International Student Society, Law Society, uh, Economics and Economic Society, the Literature and History Society,
Wow,
Investors and
you got
Entrepreneurs
involved
Society,
in all of them.
and yeah, actually, one of the reasons was the goodie bags that they were offering
Yeah.
in the beginning, but eventually I realized that joining them was really useful.
And it's
I
nice because you get to meet other students. Obviously, you have your friends in your
exactly,
class, and you get to you make friends with your classmates. But it's nice to meet other students from other programs and subject areas, and even other countries, whatever whichever society you're joining as well, and other Irish students who are joining all of the societies. But that's great. That's nice to be able to join all of the societies as well, because it's important to kind of, obviously you're going to be studying and you're going to be busy with all of your classwork and assignments, but it's nice to be able to kind of make connections with friends as well and kind of get involved, especially in things that you're interested in. Maybe actually, DJ, can you talk a little bit about your program in Smurfit and what you've enjoyed kind of so far? You know, how have you found doing the assignments and the exams and things like that?
Well, my program, as I said before, is a MSc Strategic Management Accounting. So our course is structured in such a manner that we have an exam after the term. We have the term and exams pretty much. So, and we have assignments as well as part of the continuous assessment. So keeping up with the deadlines was a bit of a challenge. But then again, there were group work as well. For each of our courses, we had group work involved. So that was also an entirely new experience for me. I would say it was a phenomenal learning experience for me because this was entirely new to me. The challenges and the opportunities that this brought me was, I would say, it was really great.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, and I think it's especially when you're starting a new program in a university, you want to make sure that you're kind of you're prepared and kind of ready to cover everything. So it's good to kind of hear that feedback as well, because it's nice, I suppose, when you're, especially when you're coming for a 1 year program, it's not a long amount of time, so it's good to hear that you can kind of just get straight in and
Yeah.
kind of get to work and do the group work and all of the assignments, and kind of hopefully have all the support that you need as well from the school and from the business school too. Aditya, can you talk to me a little bit about what you enjoy about studying your program so far, and kind of how you found kind of doing all of the assignments and any exams or anything like that as well?
yeah. Generally, the course that I'm doing is of 2 years if you go to any other university or any other country. But here, since it's a 1 year course and we have 12 modules, it's a bit hectic. And even though it is, but it's fun to do because the assignments are so interesting and the modules too. uh, the assignments are not as such that you just need to copy content from somewhere and just get your things done. You need to apply the theories and then get your assignments done, so it's quite application of the theory. So that's something I like about it. Apart from that, the global exposure, as in you need to work in teams with the people from different countries, so you get to know quite diverse ideas for the same thing, otherwise which you wouldn't have known. Like there's a particular solution to a problem, that's what you know, but when you have the number of minds working on the same project, you get an idea about different ways of solving it. So that was something I learned, and that was
Perfect.
something I
Yeah,
felt
no,
really
that
nice.
sounds really great and sounds really interesting as well. That it's kind of exposed you to a more kind of different way of thinking, and especially with being in a classroom with, I suppose, yeah, different students from around the world, and even having different academic professors from different countries around the world as well. It's a different experience than, I suppose, studying in your home country, whereas maybe it wouldn't be the same situations. That's great. Can I ask you, Dijo? How have you found the current situation? I know we're in an unusual situation the last few weeks, and everybody is at home, and you're studying online. How have you found that transition to studying online?
Oh, it has been a little bit challenging considering the current circumstances, but I would say UCD did a really good job, implementing the online platform. And as I said before, the professors are really helpful in that regard. They were always keeping in touch with us, just ensuring that we are safe, and just providing us all the support they can. And moreover, I would say the university as well focused on the mental health as well, rather just not the physical health, but also on the mental health. So I would say dealing with the current circumstance, they did a really good job in that
That's
regard.
great. Yeah, no, that's great to hear. And Aditya, how about you? The same question. How have you found the current situation and studying online?
Well, I feel UCD was lucky because during this crisis, we had a Easter holidays period. So it had good time to come up with excellent ideas so that people don't need to suffer, not even the students nor the staff. So for that particular week, from 15th of August to 15th of March to 23rd of March, they planned things quite nicely and sequentially that how things would proceed later on. So the online lectures are in a way not that different from what was taught in class, except for one or two modules, but then that's fair enough. So the transition was not that bad, and the situations around, if you see the lockdown thing, I actually shifted to India on 5th of March, so I haven't met much of the conditions in the country. But then I have easy access to the materials online, so it's still fair.
No, and that's great. And I think, yeah, I think yeah, look, it is an unusual situation for the moment. It's not going to last forever, but I'm glad to hear that you feel that transition has been as smooth as it can be in a very short period of time. I suppose that the university had to kind of, and look, all universities are in the same situation at the moment. But that's, yeah, no, that's great to hear that that it's been doable at the moment. But yeah, look, I would say definitely, obviously, do stay in contact with the university. You're obviously in contact with all your professors and the staff that are teaching you and the various kind of schools and colleges, because I think that's one thing we are really trying to make sure we're staying connected with the students, and that if anyone has any questions or any queries, they can contact us. Obviously, everybody is working remotely. The university is working remotely, so people are still reachable all the time. But it's great to hear that you've had a positive experience in a very unusual situation at the moment. I suppose my last kind of question I just want to ask both of you. I'll start with you, Dijo. What tips would you have for any incoming students, the students that are going to be studying in the university that will be new this year? Any specific tips that you have for them about coming to UCD or Dublin or Ireland?
Well, I would say just have an open mind. That's the key tip that I would like to say, and be try and build up an attitude to be adaptable to change as such. I guess if you have these two in within you, you'll be fine and sorted. And if you're coming to UCD, you're in safe hands, so you don't have to worry.
That's great. That's great tips. And Aditya, same question to you. Would you have any tips for any students who are thinking about coming to UCD this year?
Um, you can say UCD is one of the best institutes to study, and definitely Ireland has a lovely climate, so that's nothing to worry about. You just need to make sure you get your accommodation as soon as possible, because that is one of the problems most international students face. Apart from that, once you are settled down, I would suggest you to take part in activities that happen in UCD, because that provides an additional experience which the academics won't. And getting involved uh, gets you knowing people from another countries. Like I had attended one of the gaming events of International Student Society, which is known as Pajama Rama. I didn't know what it was, but it was a whole night of playing games, indoor games. So that made me known to so many people, and I learned playing different games as well. And that bond is still now. Like even if I don't know any one of those, I still have contacts and I can communicate to them anytime.
Yeah, no, that's really great, and
Yeah,
that's they're really great tips. I think that's it's something that's very important. That yeah, students when you do come, please do get involved. Please do join societies, join events, come to events, attend all of kind of the orientation events, all of the colleges run events as well, because that's something that we want to make sure students that we want students to enjoy studying their program, but to also enjoy their time in the university outside of studying too. That's important, and get to experience kind of everything that Dublin and Ireland has to offer. Okay, well, look, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for taking time out of your day to chat to me today, and to do this webinar for our students. It'll be very useful for a lot of the incoming students as well. So I want to just say thanks so much.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.